Hello again, my friends. We are back. Happy Friday. We made it. Happy Friday. Glad you could join us for another edition of Kyle's Craft Beer Reviews. Bought a bunch of jungles. Big tasting tomorrow with the great Steve, Mike Sell, Mark Linville, Gabe Hodges. That should be a big time tasting tomorrow. But I got some for tonight. We're going to do a couple of reviews here and then have a kind of a chill Friday night. A few beers, get some food, and relax. Did not sleep last night. 2 hours max. Another heartbreak. Wolverines losing. I don't want to get into that, but I'm cursed with my sports teams, that's for sure. But anyway, tonight for our sampling pleasures, and tasting delights to start us off, I'm going to go light. It's the Samuel Adams Cherry Wheat, Boston Beer Company Samuel Adams Cherry Wheat. This is a mainstay beer that everyone, I'm sure, has had. Pretty boring, basic. I don't want to say boring, but pretty basic wheat ale brewed with real cherries and natural flavors added. Boston Beer Company says crisp and slightly sweet. I really enjoy this beer. Certainly much better on tap, but I tell you what, this is a nice beer. It is mass produced, but it is very good. If you like cherries, you will love this beer. I tell you what, I was really drinking this. It was on tap 2 or 3 years ago, and I was drinking this by the gallon almost. Just the flavors on tap, and it's still really decent on the bottle as well. The beer checks it at 5.3% alcohol by volume. That does not sound like much, but when you drink 5 pints in 2 hours, it is. Now, the IBUs are 23, so no big deal there. It is best served by August of 2018, a little notch in the bottle. So, let's get it going. This is one of my favorite Sam Adams beers. I've not reviewed this yet. I'm going to go into the archive tonight and go try to play catch up here on what I've done from what breweries. I got that, man, that cap is stuck in there hard, boy. I tell you what. Not sure how that, boy, there's our Sam Adams cap there. Not really festive. There it is. My Sam Adams glassware, I think, broke, so my injury is going to be disappointed. I'm going to go ahead and get this out of a bottle. I picked this up at the 4-pack of that Meyer. So let's go ahead and get a pour on it. Pours out a hazy golden color. Yeah, not too aggressive. You wouldn't really, it's not a red, so the cherries are kind of hidden in the mesh, in the bowl. Some lovely carbonation. I tell you what, we have lovely carbonation. Wow. Oh my god, the cherry aroma. It's cherry wheat is really, I'm getting a lot of wheat, and that's kind of what it's saying here. It is a wheat ale, but you're getting a lot of wheat aroma, some grains and wheat, but the cherry aroma is prevalent in this beverage. And this is a good classic. And I think the wheat and cherry kind of, I've always liked this beer because the cherries are there, they taste very good, but it balances it out very nicely. This is a good beer for someone just getting into craft beer because, wheat beers are kind of micro lagers, so to speak. I'm a lot of, like the Miller Bud, they're wheat heavy. Cherries, a lot of people like cherries, and it's light and crisp, great summer, spring beer. So, there's the carbonation again. The aroma is wheat and cherry, that's pretty much it. Heavy cherry, wheat, some grain. Let's thank the brewers at Boston Beer Company for their hard labor. It's really hard at these big companies to keep the production up and the quality up, and this one's hopefully this year is no different. So cheers to them, and cheers to everybody, no doubt. Happy Friday. Here we go. I will say this. I'm getting less cherries this year. Still cherries in the beer. Certainly, I'm not saying that at all. But from what I remember, there's a lot less cherries. And that's saying something, because there's still a decent amount of cherries in this beer. A little lacing on that one. Sip of that beer, some lacing. It's really wheaty this year. Less cherries. Let's see, that taste. This is why I want to get 2 or 3 sips per review. And I don't want to talk for 10 minutes. I'm going to keep my reviews under 10 if I can. Unless it's a big release. If I get a big boy beer, I'm going to go this forward to detail, but something basic like this. But I will say you get 2 or 3 sips, and that sip had a little bit more cherry in it. That's leaving some lovely lacing, really real carbon, and then presentation-wise, this makes for a killer beer. I'm going to say it's a B+. There really isn't anything special about it, but that being said, I find it enjoyable. It's one of those where it's a good, refreshing beer if you like cherries. I love cherries, and a lot of my friends and family love cherries. I have several friends that despise cherries, and they have either an allergic reaction or just hate the taste and flavor. I would not try this or recommend this. But you gotta like cherries for this. That's just it, and most people can drink a wheat beer, but with the cherry flavor, So if you're a cherry person, I'd recommend it. Most beer people have had this beer years ago. So again, like I was saying, what are you doing with these beers? Well, I just want to get as much as I can out there. You know, we talk about it all the time, trying to get the beers, you know, released and all of that, and that's what I'm trying to do. And it's tough, but one more sip of the road here on the Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. Refreshing. I really feel, you know, a 90-degree day, backyard barbecue, or just, you know, a picnic, or just, you know, just sitting out on your back porch on a summer night. This is terrific. Again, gotta like cherries. I'm gonna give it a B+. It doesn't blow you away, but like I said, quite refreshing. So that's gonna do it for this one. Life's too short again, my friends. You must be happy. And that includes the Friday night weekend, and try to get some sleep, some rest, and tasting tomorrow. That's the Sam Adams Cherry. If you like cherries, you like wheat beers, this is a go-to for you. Again, try it. Try the Cherry Wheat from Sam Adams. I think you'll like it if you like cherries. Cheers, everybody. We'll have a couple more beers for you here tonight. So I'm going to decide on what to do, but we're getting them cold now. So cheers, everybody.